Alrighty guys, welcome back here to our video. We are back and I'm going to try and start uploading a little bit more often. So in my last video I showed off some of my aircraft that I've built, and very happily I got private pilot rank, so I get rolled at it. So I've been a lot more busy on the server doing a lot more stuff here. So I just want to go off with all the updates I have done to our plot. Obviously you can already tell they look a lot nicer. Got a good mix of blocks and all that good stuff. Just make it look a bit nicer here. Now, if I remember correctly, let's go and start all the way down here. This is probably where a lot more of the progress has been done. This is where I build all my kind of military and other things other than aircraft in this little area. I'm gonna build more, but let's go to start off with the aircraft here. So this is the P-51D. This is the version where it has a lot more better visibility in the canopy. Good stuff there. And this is my first time ever making, trying to make a military aircraft in any shape or form. So this was definitely made me really happy. But yeah, that is the P-51, probably one of my favorite World War II aircraft. This is the P-47D. Once more, it has the upgrade where, well, this variant doesn't have it, but there's a P-47 where it is like a dome like that, for example. But this variant did not have it, yeah, it looks pretty nice. Over here we got our P-40E, probably one of my least favorite planes of World War II, simply just because of the way it looks, and I don't know, there's something about it, I don't really care for it, but I built it anyway. The wings are extremely big on this thing, but nonetheless, I've also never really liked the color brown on World War II aircraft. I don't really like it. It just doesn't look good to me. But yeah, I got the big opening for, I guess, like intake. Yeah, I guess that's also what the P-51 has, but it's a little bit further under the middle of the fuselage of the actual aircraft here. But there is that, looking pretty nice. Right here is the first German aircraft. This is probably my favorite German-made aircraft. This is the Bf-109E3. Yep. And I tried this variant, I believe, has like a slight tiny bomb, but I tried doing that and it just didn't look very good, so I just left it at that. This version also has it has like a string connecting to the tail. I forget what that was for. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Had to do some real quick, but we are back here. So this is my very first jet military aircraft I've made, the ME-262. Gotta make this thing. I mean, this thing is extremely, extremely impressive. I mean, let me tell you, the Germans had some pretty cool planes and tanks and all that good stuff. But yeah, here it is, and that is the first row of military stuff. And then the next row, as I start building tanks, this is the first one I wanted to build. Is probably my favorite tank of World War II. Yes, I know it's the bad guys, but it was a Tiger one. I mean, I just love the Tiger one. The Tigers in general are so cool. I love them. They're so really cool. And English there, so really cool. That's a thing. All right. So yes, this is the Tiger one. Probably one of the more popular tanks really ever. I guess it's like when you think of a tank, you probably think of a Tiger or like an M1 Abram or something of the sort. But yeah, that is a Tiger 1. Got a little opening. I tried doing interior, but I'm good. There's just not all that many good like HD pictures of the inside of a Tiger from what I tried finding. But we got the little we got the gun, and then we got the little peek hole for the driver. Good stuff. I'm not actually exactly sure what kind of gun they put on. Well, this is its bigger brother. This is the Tiger 2, or the King Tiger. This thing is already, you can tell, a lot bigger. The tracks on it are bigger. This one is a lot more complex. And yeah, it has also bigger turrets and basically the same thing. It also has a lot more steep incline on the alright, I don't know what the heck that sound was. The steeper incline for the armor and all that good stuff. The tracks are a lot more heavy duty. They can go through a lot more stuff. And we got the gun and then the little peek hole for the driver there. And And yeah, that's definitely another. That's probably my second favorite tank. Up next is probably the most known tank of World War. Oh, and one of the most known tanks of World War II. Is the M4 Sherman. This is the United States mass-produced tank, and if you look at it in the terms of reliability, survivability, and damage it can do, it was probably the best tank of World War II. And there's a video on that. I'll try to link a video to it on the guy that explained it very well. This is I thought maybe making a Fury, which had a 75mm cannon, which is pretty good for a Sherman, but I'm just like, nah, I'm just gonna make the standard Sherman. This one was kind of hard to make because it's really stubby. The turret is, or the actual like main frame for the turret isn't really that big, and there's like just nothing on the side. So I just decided I'd try my best. There's a little peek hole for the driver. I like adding these fences. I don't know why, it just makes it look better. But here is a tank that was never put into production, really. Was never put in the battlefield. It was only a concept, and a prototype was only made. This is the German Maus. This thing is an absolute beast of a tank. I think it had like a 150mm gun on it, from what I think if I'm not mistaken. So this thing was an absolute destroyer of things, and it was huge. There was a couple made. There were some that were just like made out of cardboard and crap. There was one that was totally made out of real armor and full on, but it was only a prototype, and I don't think it could actually be, be used in battle. But yeah, there is the gun on the side. It has actually a really big gun. I tried doing that, but it just didn't look good. So, and then here's a really long turret for the Lever. I think there's some variants that Hitler wanted that was 125mm, and then some were 150mm. Both of those are amazing. We're just gonna ignore that because that's nothing really exciting. It's just a little project me and my friends have been doing. This is the mass-produced M4 Sherman version. Really, this is basically the M4 Sherman, but for the Soviets, basically, in terms of mass production. This thing was mass-produced. It's a pretty good tank. I'm still not really done with it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. There's just something about it that doesn't look right. The turret is really up in the front, and then there's like really nothing in the back. I'm not sure what that's for. I guess the hypothesis for me is that it could hold soldiers in the back. I'm not really sure, but it was a really good tank. Obviously, it took maybe like 2 shots, or maybe 1 shot if you got it right for the Tiger to kill it, though. But if you could get it to range and shoot a Tiger, if you had a chance and actually survived, you could probably take out a couple Tigers with a lot of these things. Which these things were mass-produced, so it wasn't really hard to get more of these. But that is the military. It's all that military stuff and all that good stuff built over there. We're gonna go and move. Might as well start here. Let's see. Okay, where shall we start? Let's start right here. This is the... Alright, yep. So this is the 737 MAX 7. I've not yet painted this. Me and my friends were thinking about putting it in the new Southwest livery, which this thing is. They want to custom it for Southwest. But we're just like, we don't know what we are going to do. We might do a regional, Canadian regional or something like that, which I have done a livery for in my MAX 7 on my single player world. But that MAX 7 is extremely out of date. This version is... These are probably my most up-to-date aircraft. So, my single player world is just totally out of the screw. So, it looks pretty nice though. Yet to put livery, I don't think it has an interior. I don't know, maybe it does. Okay then. But just changed up the exits, added the new LEAP engine, and added the new winglets, and that was basically it. And oh my gosh, there's a glitch with Rolled Edit. Rolled Edit likes to do this sometimes. Alright, there we go. And there we are, and I believe if I'm not mistaken, we may have made a couple updates to the fuselage of the 7.3 since the last update. I think we may have, I can't remember. But yeah, so that is the 737 MAX 7. Just the new seat, new door configuration, and just new wing, basically new engine, new winglet. That's all that. I'm not sure if this was painted, but yeah, this is 737 MAX 8 in the Air Canada livery, although some airline I totally forget was a launch customer. I just felt like doing a airline that a lot of people know about, and I'm just going to be a total hypocrite here because this airline right here technically doesn't exist, but this is the 737-800, and my friend who's German could say it perfectly fine, Hapag-Lloyd. So, I'm guessing that, and he said this is the airline changed its name to TUI Fly. TU? Okay, am I gonna TUI Fly? There we go. All right. And this is the first version of the 737 they got. They got it with the eyebrows and without the winglets, so we put that there. This is in the old retro livery that they have. So, this was originally in the new livery, but my friend's like, yo, let's try it, and it has eyebrows, and I really like eyebrows, so I was like, you know what, just for that one reason, we're gonna put eyebrows on it, and we're gonna do the whole like new livery, and also took off the winglets, which, in my opinion, looks pretty good. If it was my old 737 wing, which, by the way, I think, I'm not sure, in the last video I actually had the new wing, but the new wing's been extended. I'll have to go back and check. But it looks, with my old wing, this would have looked hideous with the old wing, but with the new wing, it looks 10 times better. So, yeah, I really like it. So over here is the 737-900ER. I'm not sure if this was in my last video. I don't think it was. No, it was not, because I built this with World Edit. So this is something new. This is the Alaska livery. Obviously, they were the launch customer for the 900ER, and I wanted to do the new livery because I really like the new livery, and I put it with skimmers and all that good stuff. Up here is a work in progress variant. I've actually started adding details for the wheel well, for the rear landing gear, because I think I need to start putting more detail in my aircraft. So. Alrighty, we're back here. Sorry about that once more. So yeah, just gonna be trying to make this a lot more detailed, and basically just took the body from the 900, and this is the MAX 9, by the way, and just did that, and yeah, added a new wing and all that good stuff. I'm going to paint this into the United livery since they were the launch customer for the MAX 9. And I'll eventually make the MAX 10, which I'll have to wait until... I don't know who the launch customer for the MAX 10 and the MAX... I think the MAX 200 is... I think it's Ryanair. I think that's the whole reason why they made the MAX 200, because Ryanair wanted it. But, yep. And so that is the first row of, I guess, upgrades to my aircraft there. And we shall go all the way over here. There is my Swiss MD-81. See my aircraft over there. So, another big thing, this was not in the last video because I was waiting until I got PP or PP,
Amateur.
I actually fixed up the wing, and on one side, and I was just gonna wait until I got World Edit to just copy over because it's just too complicated, and you can already tell this wing is really different. I pretty much redid the whole wing. And I think, oh my god, you didn't see that, was World Edit. I think it looks 10 times better compared to what it was. It was just too short and stubby. This one's a lot longer and it looks a lot better. Looks a little more like an ND10/DC10 wing. But yeah, and up here I went ahead and just copy and pasted it. This one is still work in progress because I was told that the ND11 is slightly longer than the ND10. So I'll have to do that, but added the little winglet thing, winglets on the wing, and that is basically all I did, because that's really all we really have to do. I'll extend the body out when I have the time. So yeah, those are the two aircraft there, big upgrades, and I was also waiting to make an MD-11 until I got that nice new wing finished with World Edit. This one's also another work in progress going on. Well, not really. This is also another thing with World Edit. You can already tell I had a lot of plans with World Edit. World Edit is really, really such a helpful tool when building planes. But I redid the wing. These are totally new wings. They don't rake up like the old ones did. And I obviously put them on my A318. This is also a work in progress tail. My friend Blue Flame Wizard is working, or did work on that one, so I'll have to paste it on there. But you can tell that the back end of here, I got some tips and crap, and people said it just abruptly goes up, and I can agree with that. It just doesn't look very good. So I did initially do that on my A319, and it looks 10 times better. I'll probably have to fix that though too. That's supposed to be where the APU is. And also, you see the new tail looks really nice. That is by Blue Flame Wizard, and it looked 10 times better. And yeah, so obviously new wing, new back end, and over here is my A320 with sharklets. This is going to be in the Air France. I might be an Air France livery. I think Air France do have a couple A320s with sharklets, because I really do want to do a sharklet livery, because Air France was the launch customer of the A320-200. The 100, I believe, was someone else. I can't remember. I think it was Lufthansa. That was wait, I can't remember. It may have been Air France for both. But yeah, that looks pretty good. New sharklets and obviously new rear end. That's where I was, changing up the rear ends. I'm just gonna keep that up there so I can copy and paste it onto the Avionica. And that is the almost Airbus A320 family done. Well, not really. What I will do above this one, above all these aircraft here, except the A318, I'll add the Neo versions, which is just an upgraded engine. And obviously the sharklets on all of them. I'm pretty sure the A318 does not have a Neo. But, if you do, if it does, please do tell me. So, right here is what took me ages yesterday. Not because of the fuselage, but because of the wing. This is probably the most annoying wing I've ever made. I was making so many mistakes, and yes, there's no way around it. I had to build at least one wing and copy and paste it. But this is when my friend's fantasy airline, Air Tropica, I believe it is. And he's like, he's a big Lufthansa fan, so I'm like, hey, and I believe his favorite aircraft is 747, so I'm like, hey, yo, bro, you can paint this one. Doing it just for you, my dude. And it doesn't have an interior. I think he's going to be doing the interior, so, yep. And, so yeah, interior's not done. He's not finished with this, I don't think. But it looks really good so far. It's very simple. He really likes retro liveries, so I think that's what he was going for, kind of a retro. I have seen his newer liveries, and they look pretty good. I really do like the tail. And you can also tell with the new engines, new engines for the 747 with the chevrons on the back. Looks all good there. And the wing also, today I had to push back the wing a couple blocks because it was a little bit too far up, and it definitely looks a lot better. It was probably up to that. It might not look that big, but it was a pretty big change. So we might as well go and tell you guys the big updates on the MD-80s. I'm really debating on using either these engines or what me and my friend came up with, these engines, because these are a little bit bigger than 1.5 to 1 scale. These are more like 1.6 in the middle, 1.6 and 1.7 to 1 scale. So they're definitely bigger than Jordan's planes in terms of scale. I think some of them are. I'm not really a big scale expert. I just build planes. I don't really care about the airport manuals. I try to make the most accurate planes as I can, just from visual, and also maybe some lengths like the wingspan, all that stuff. But the engines, I was getting told that the engines seem a bit too big. Now they seem a bit too small. I'm not sure what to do on that. If you want me to keep these engines, which I think I just might, I don't know. But over here is an aircraft that I've yet to be seen made in Minecraft. This is the Chinese jet that I actually found out today, and that's why I've decided to build it. This is the ARJ 21-700 variant. We're going to make the 900. This livery is by my friend the Airport Gamer, or the same one, and he made the same livery as that guy right there. I believe he also made another livery somewhere. I'll show you later. But he really did a really good job on this one. It looks really good. But this one is basically if a CRJ and a MD-80 had a baby. It's actually really cool. I really do like it. Because I really do like the Mad Dog kind of look. It has a 717 nose without the eyebrows, but it has the body of a 717, but it has the wings and the engines of a CRJ. It's truly beautiful, and they also have a 900 variant, which is a little bit longer. We'll be making that, and yes, I'm quite excited. I think I did do the livery or the inside, but because I actually couldn't find the real inside, so if we just go compass, and also tell the engines on this thing are extremely short and small. So that's what we tried doing here, and this is, I don't know what airline uses this aircraft, but here's a front flight deck, and it's just pretty much all there. And they actually have I'm imagining they have 2 windows right here. I'm imagining there's a seat here, and then the galley's in the back. That's what I'm guessing. So I hope, but basically just edited that wing right there, made it to the actual wingspan, and added like the little winglet on the end, which I think turned out pretty good. And yeah, we're also going to be making the 900 above it. As you can already see, we're almost out of plot, so already. So, well, obviously I'm going to be making a layer above, and we'll go from there. But over here is the big thing that alright, so my friend Blue Flame Wizard was making an ERJ, and while he was making an ERJ, I decided to make an ERJ, because why not? And yeah, I built the E175 first, because he was building that, and then I came up with the E170 here. So this is the first E-Jets I have ever made. This is my very first time making the E-Jets, and I have barely any knowledge of these planes. I've tried, I don't even know if I even have them installed on Prepared. I'm not even sure if they're up to version 4 yet, but after learning a lot about these aircraft when building, which you do learn a lot when you're building aircraft if you're really detailed oriented. It's actually a really cool aircraft. I believe it is one of the only regional jets that actually have auto throttle and advanced autopilot systems, which I've always wondered why CRJs and all those aircraft just don't have auto throttles, or really the autopilot systems of like a 737. I really don't get that. I'm not sure if that's just to save costs. I don't know. But we're going to start with the E170. This is in the Delta Connection livery. The launch customer of the E170 and the E175 were Republic Airline. Wait, what is it? I can't remember. Something Republic Airlines. It wasn't the same one as that. I know that. But it's basically all the, like, American Eagle and Delta, United Express, all combined, basically, all under that blanket called something Republic Airline. I think it's just called Republic Airline. That one's Republic Airlines. So, yeah. So I guess you had a big choice of of aircraft to paint. I believe even Air Canada is part of it. So, so this is the aircraft right here. It looks pretty good. I think it turned out really well. The engine, obviously, have to give credit to Jordan Coe for that, because it's just a pain in the butt doing 2x2 engines, and it's just annoying. But yeah, here's the inside. It's extremely cramped. I had to really take out space. This is a little bathroom in here. Here's a cockpit. All good stuff in there. Here is, I believe, first class, and then comfort plus. And as you see, these two have armrests and all that good stuff, and then we have economy or comfort or whatever, I forget what it's called. There's normal seats back here, and then we have a lot more space back here. Bathroom right there, and yeah, pretty simple. Got the little aerodynamic fins on the top there, look really good, and I think it turned out really well. The E170 is obviously the shortest variant of the E-Jet family, or the E170 family. And yeah, so up next we have the E175, the original one I created. This one was actually the prototype, so I don't think it... Oh, it does have the upgraded wings. Okay. So, yeah, this is in the American Eagle livery. I think it looks really good. And yes, there are radical winglets. Those are the ones that stick out, I believe. So far, I've not seen I have seen a couple American Eagle ones with the radical winglets, but I have seen somewhere it's just like that and that. I'm not actually sure about Air Canada. I know they have end bars, but I'm not sure if they have the radical winglets. I'll have to check on that, but I've actually not even made a radical winglet design, so yeah, that's just great. Actually, already it looks like a radical winglet. It already sticks out so much. But yeah, this is the American Eagle. I think I did the interior on this one. Yes, I did. Here's the cockpits, and there's a bathroom right there. That's where the flight attendant sits. Then we got first class, something. I forget the names of these. And then we go all the way back here in the economy. Got another bathroom, and we got some more galley stuff there. All that good stuff. Yeah, and I really do like how these aircraft turned out. I think they turned out really well. And yeah. Up here is also another livery that the Airport Gamer made. This is the Air Canada new livery that they actually do have on this aircraft. I think he made it pretty good, even with the really like small tail they give you. But this is also an E175, and the interior is not made. He's yet to make it here. So, but nonetheless, that is that. I think that's it. I think that's basically it. We've done a lot since the beginning. A lot more upgrades, a lot more detail coming, and don't look at that. You're gay. Yeah. Jesus Christ.